Before defining your financial information, it is important to understand the various accounting parameters and settings that impact the setup and use of your system. We will be using a combination of functions from the setup and common data function blocks, as well as the financials and AP/AR accounting function blocks. You should always review function settings defined in the parameter values, as these settings can impact what information is associated with and required for a specific function. We are using the seed endpoint, which is a multi-legislation, multi-company folder. When defining your financial system, you begin by establishing your chart of accounts. A chart of accounts is a list of account numbers required for the bookkeeping of a given ledger. A ledger is associated with a single chart of accounts, but the same chart of accounts can be associated with various ledgers. You can have several chart of accounts, but you must define at least one chart of accounts. Dimension types are analytical fields that are used to track financial information for a specific business need or category. For example, a dimension type could be a department, region, job, project, cost center, etc. While dimension types are optional, they can be very useful for organizing and reporting financial information. Each ledger is associated with a chart of accounts. The same chart of accounts can be associated with various ledgers. Each ledger has the option to contain 1 to 9 dimension types. Each dimension type can be associated with various ledgers. Account core models contain the main general ledger and main analytical ledger, as well as the IAS depreciation ledger. Each legal company in a folder is associated with an account core model. As a result, the same account core model can be linked to one or several legal companies with the same legislation or country. Let's take a look at navigating X3 and becoming familiar with function location. On the navigation page, we will be exploring startup functions from the Setup and Common Data menus. Daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly routines will be accessed from the Financials and AP/AR accounting menus. From the Setup menu, we will be navigating to the Organizational Structure, General Parameters, Financials, and AP/AR accounting function blocks. From the Common Data menu, we will be navigating to the BP tables, GL accounting tables, BP accounting tables, and BPS function blocks. The financial and AP/AR routine functions will be found in several function blocks under the Financials and AP/AR accounting menus. There are several parameter values that can be set in your system to customize general features as well as financial, accounts payable, and accounts receivable functions to meet your company requirements. Accounting parameters such as fiscal year end and tax management can be set in the CPT chapter. General parameters such as closing operations and currency management can be set in the TC chapter. And finally, AP and AR parameters such as bank reconciliation and invoicing rules can be set in the TC chapter. Now you have an understanding of the key financial concepts, including the main functions that are used in the Setup and Common Data modules, as well as the Financials and AP/AR modules.